Peaceful protests turning into chaos and worse, multiple murders. But about 2 hours before that deadly ambush, police were prepping to keep the peace. Former Florida Congressman Lieutenant Colonel Alan West was with the Dallas police during their 7 p.m. roll call. Colonel West goes on the record. Good evening, sir, and I don't know, your thoughts. I mean, those protesters certainly had a right to be out there peacefully protesting, and I'm sure they appreciated, the fact that they had that right, and I'm sure that the police, were out there to do their best. But now look what we have. Now look at the situation.
Well, good evening, Greta, and I think it's important that we go down and give words of encouragement to the members of the Thin Blue Line who are out there each and every day making sure that we are safe and secure in our homes and in our neighborhoods. And that's what I was doing last night about 7 p.m. at the Northeast Division Station, which is down the road from where I live. And some of those officers had gotten the task to load up their riot gear and head down to downtown. And so last night, as I was watching the events unfold, I was really concerned that some of those young men that I'd spoken to may have been wounded or, at worst case, killed. But what we see happening in this country is an incredible atmosphere. It is not just what happened in Dallas and the horrific events of last night, but the same has happened in Tennessee. It has happened in Georgia, my home state. Now, I went to the University of Tennessee, and it's also happened in Missouri. So we need to have elected officials. We need to have individuals that are not out there stirring the pot and speaking out of turn, and allow the facts to unfold and allow justice to do what it's supposed to do.
But what can possibly have done? Look, I mean, what sort of sparked this last go-around is the fact that those 2 shootings, one in Minnesota and one in Louisiana, were caught on tape. Everybody saw those. And I mean, they are unthinkable what we saw on those tapes, and I'm sure that there will be, there will be a criminal process for that. Those are unthinkable. And then we have sort of peaceful protests because people are understandably grieved by that. Everybody should be grieved by those. And then we have this lone wolf who comes in, and in the name, he says he's upset about me, executes 5 cops, plus hurts more. What are we supposed? I mean, how do we sort this out?
Well, the issue is this. Think about the tape that we saw of the police officer down in North Charleston, South Carolina. He's behind bars right now. The justice system has worked, and the people down in North Charleston, South Carolina did not riot. I have no issue with people going out and participating with their First Amendment right. But the thing that you have to ask yourself, why is it that people down here in Dallas were out protesting about something that happened in Louisiana and Minnesota when we have a police department here that had no part in that? And the next thing you know, 5 people have lost their lives, and they had no relevance whatsoever to what happened. And they created an atmosphere, and they created an environment where this individual was able to go down and take advantage of police officers that were out in the open. And I have to tell you, it was a horrific thing.
Colonel, thank you very much for joining us on a very difficult evening for everybody. Anyway, thank you, sir.